Good morning, children. Today we are going to study chapter 2 of history on the trail of the earliest people. We will just do first half of the chapter today. In the first chapter of history, we read about the hunters and the gatherers. They hunted wild animals, caught fish and birds. They also gathered fruits, roots, nuts, seeds, leaves, eggs and stalks. Now, was all this an easy task? No, it was not an easy job. It required a lot of skill and presence of mind to hunt animals, especially the ones who run faster than man. They had to see which plants could be eaten, that means which plants were edible. Some of the plants are poisonous too. So they also had to understand when does a particular fruit ripe so that they can eat it. Reasons why hunters and gatherers moved from place to place. There are four reasons behind it. First is in search of food. If they would have stayed at a particular place for a long time, they would have eaten all the animals and plants in that area. Second is to follow animals' movements. Animals move from place to place in search of their prey or fodder. That means grass and leaves. The hunters followed these animals wherever they went. So they went from place to place. Third is in search of different kinds of plants. All plants bear fruits in different seasons. So gatherers went to different places in search of food borne by the plants. Of water. People, plants and animals need water for their survival. Some rivers are perennial that flow throughout the year and some are seasonal which are dependent on rainfall. People living on the banks of seasonal rivers move to other places during the dry season because of the shortage of water. On the screen, the first picture you can see is a dry river, a seasonal river which has become dry because of the less rainfall or in the dry months. The second is a river which is flowing with water. Probably it is a perennial river. Now, hunters and gatherers travel to all places on foot. Think about yourself. How do you travel to school? How long will it take you if you travel to school from your home by walking? How long will it take you if you use a bus or ride a bicycle for traveling from your home to school? Think about the answers and then compare yourself with the hunters and gatherers who moved everywhere on foot. How do we get information about hunters and gatherers? We read in the first chapter that archaeologists carry out excavation work and they find out some things which tell us about the people in the past. What did they make and what did they do? On the screen you can see three kinds of pictures which are the tools made by and used by the hunters and gatherers. First is the stone tools, second is wooden tools and third is bone tools. What were the uses of stone tools? These tools were used to cut meat and bones. These tools were used to scrape bark from the trees. They were also used to scrape animal skins. They were also used to chop fruits and roots. Some stone tools were attached to handles of wood or bones to make arrows and spears for hunting, as you can see in the first picture on the screen. Stone tools were also used for cutting wood for firewood. In the bigger picture on the screen, you can also see the different types of stones used for different purposes, like scraping tool, cutting tool, grinding tool, knife, etc. Stone tools were used for digging the edible roots. What are edible roots? Like carrot, turnip, sugar beet or radish or beetroot. Now how were these taken out from the ground? By the help of stone tools. These stone tools you can see in the picture on the screen. Stone tools were also used for stitching animal skins. In the first picture on the screen, you can see the needles made up of stones. They are long, sharp, and they have a hole at the end for putting the thread. In the second picture on the right hand side, you can see just like a needle is used for stitching using a thread, the same way the animal skin was stitched. Third picture shows the animal skin. And the fourth picture is the animal hair, which were tied together and they acted as threads. There were no cotton threads at that time. So, animal hair were used as threads. Where did hunters or gatherers live? Most of these places where they lived are located near rivers and lakes. On the first picture or the first map, it is taken from your book. You can see the red triangles. These are the Paleolithic sites. On the right hand side, these Paleolithic sites are written in orange color letters, which makes it more clearer to you. First is Bhimbetka, second is Hansgi, and third is Kurnool Caves. These are the Paleolithic sites in India. You can see the pictures of these sites very clearly on the screen. First is Bhimbetka Caves in Madhya Pradesh. These caves also have the paintings made by the early men. Second is Hansgi in Karnataka. And third is Kurnool Caves in Andhra Pradesh. Now let us revise what we have just learned. Hunters and gatherers lived around dash years ago, 2 million years ago. The hunters or gatherers moved from one place to another on foot. Some rivers were perennial while others were seasonal. The sites where hunters and gatherers lived were close to water bodies. Tools used by hunters were made up of dash, dash, and dash. They were made up of stone, wood, and bone. Wood in the past was used for dash and dash purpose, for making tools and as firewood. Dash caves are located in Madhya Pradesh. Bhimbetka caves are located in Madhya Pradesh. Thank you, children.